Thoughts on the game today? 3-0 defeat at home to Lewes.
Got a football lesson, mate. Got a football lesson. Didn't do what they was told to do from the start. Set them out with a way to play. We knew they were going to play today, Lewes. We know exactly how they play. Give an absolute diabolical goal away in the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it was. But for all their possession, I said to them at half time, and they was the better side. Gidds didn't have a save to make first half, apart from the goal, which we give them. Second half, we give them the second goal. Pulse, not tight enough. Second goal. The last 10 minutes, when we actually, if we'd have played the first 80 minutes like the last 10, like we asked them to, we'd have been all right. But we didn't. There's been some very harsh words said in the dressing room. All right. Gutted because we've had two bad performances on the bounce now, Brighton FC and today. So we had a really good result against Stortford. We come off the back of that, and we've had two really bad performances. So yeah, you get that in football sometimes, and you got to regroup and you got to go again. But we need to improve, and we need to improve quickly. And I've just said that in there. We'll have to look at it over the next couple of weeks. I'm not going to make any rash decisions, but we need to get our heads down next week, and we need to go to Cray now. We need 9 points for the next 3 games. We're making it hard for ourselves. We're a top 5 side with what we got in there, and we should be pushing. Church had a bad result here, and they've gone away and won their last 2 games, which good sides do. I'm really, really, really angry today. I've got to be honest, disappointed, angry, and I've just said that in there for the first time in 2 years. I'm starting to question a few of them. But I'll address it. I'll do what I've got to do. I'm not just going to throw the towel in on them because they've been great the last 2 seasons, but we need to up the ante. I've just told them I'm not just going to let our season drift out and end up halfway down the league. We've got to regroup, and we've got to make sure we turn up next week and we've got to go again. But listen, it's not good to get beat 3-0 at home. They're a good side, but if you let them pop it like they did and you don't press them high up the pitch like we asked them to, you're going to make them look good. They're not well beaters, but they've got some good boys. The two forwards for them, Taylor and Moore, I think his name is. They're both good lads up there. And they've got Pritchard in the middle, that's obviously been at Charlton, played a lot of games in League One and Championship, who's a very good footballer. But we let ourselves down again. And we've got to cut out stupid mistakes, because for all their possession and all their play, which they did, and they was the better side, we've still given them 2 goals, 2 really poor goals. So, but we're lacking in the final third. Don't think we created really that much today again, which is of concern. So I've got to look at that. We've only scored 31 goals this year. Last year we scored 100. I think it was the highest goals in the league. Yeah, we've only scored 31 goals this year, which is not good enough in 21 games or 22 games. So yeah, we've had some good games, and we've had some, leaving here on a high most weeks, but last couple of games have been pretty demoralising. But that's when you find out about people, and you've got to regroup and go again. It's no good sitting down and sulking. We've got to address it and hopefully get back to a winning mentality. 2 games don't make a season, but obviously I don't know what the other results are today. I haven't seen any other results.
Over the top 8, only Hornchurch won. There was a few draws.
Right, so other teams have slipped up as well, which is makes it even worse. So, but look, we go again. As I said, we ain't become a bad team in a week or 10 days. You get things in football sometimes. Things happen, and we've lacking a bit of confidence, and things not quite happening for them. But we've got to go again. We've got to regroup, and we haven't got a game this week, thankfully. I've just said to me there, we've got 2 games in the next 3 at home. And if we can go away and get a decent result at Cray next week and beat Herne Bay on a Tuesday night, then this won't seem so bad. But we've got to certainly regroup and we've got to go again. We had a good crowd here against today, didn't we?
398.
Yeah, which is not bad on a cold, wet, horrible day. So we got to bounce back and we got to try and get a result next week.
Mm-hmm. And Craig, we've got 3 games in hand on them, and they only had a 1-1 draw today, so there's still a chance to get back up to second next week.
I'm not worried about positions or whatever. You can't. It's not about positions. It's about performances. I'm not worried about where Cray are or where we are, whether we're 3rd, 4th, 5th, whatever. It don't really matter. It's about performance, and our performance ain't been good enough the last 2 games. If we get our performances right, the points will come, and the league table will look after itself. So I'm not worried about who done this, who done that really, but we got to worry about getting back to basics, getting our performance right, and getting back to some sort of, how we can play, and that's the most important thing. If we do that, we know what we're capable of doing. The football and the results look after itself, but we've got to start. We've got to improve on the pitch. And last 2 games we haven't done that. We've let ourselves down. They've let themselves down. I just in there probably. Excuse me. As a management, we probably might just in there. I probably made the wrong decision today. I played Ollie wide like I did against Church. In hindsight, probably should have started him in the middle and started Dazza on the left. But listen, you can go away. I'll go home tonight probably and in my mind change it 50 times. Should have done this. Should have done that. That's what it is when you lose a game of football. So, but we'll regroup. We'll go again and hopefully get back to winning ways next week.